Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by our soloist, Johnson City High School junior Josie Tanner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening and welcome to Wendell Sterrett Gymnasium here in Johnson City for tonight's game between the Goreville Black Cats and your Johnson City Indians. This game is being played under IHSA guidelines. Sportsmanship is expected by all players, coaches, and fans. Here are the starting lineups first for the Goreville Black Cats. At guard at 5'9", sophomore number 1, Drake Moss. At guard at 5'10", senior number 23, Briley Dunn. At forward at 6'2", senior number 31, Dylan Compton. At forward at 6'1", junior number 32, Ian Sobchak. And at center at 6'5", senior number 54, Landon Guyman. The Black Cats are coached by Todd Tripp. Assistant coaches are Dayton Tripp and Brian Taylor. Indian fans, get up, get on your feet, get loud. Here's the starting lineup for your Johnson City Indians. At guard at 5'11", junior number 3, Isaiah Watson. At guard at 6 foot, senior number 13, he is. At guard at 6 foot, junior number 24, Connor Mallory. At forward at 6'3", junior number 30, Logan Hunter. And at center at 6'7", junior number 34, Lane Hawksworth. The Indians are coached by Scott Brzezinski. Assistant coaches are Will Carmichael and Jed Van Way.
Get ready, the Indians are back. You're about to be stopped by the red, white, and black. In group, in better than all of the rest. So sit down, our guests will soon be impressed. Our boys are prepared and our fans are allowed to remember. Our team will remember. Our town, JCHS, the team you should fear. Good luck to you, but this is our year. Indians.
So for Trico to lose last night, that hurt them and their chances to play in the Black Diamond Conference. And now into the center circle goes 54, Landon Gavin. Number 34, Lath Huxworth. A fist bump between the two. As 8 minutes is up on the clock, referees are ready. We're ready. It's time to play some high school basketball. Beautiful crowd here tonight with a almost, I'd say a little more than three-quarter full. And ball is pulled down to number 23, Bradley Dunn. Dunn with the basketball as he throws over here to the near side to number 31, that's Compton. Compton with the basketball over to Sobchak. Sobchak, three ball, no good, and comes down with the rebound to Moss. Moss out to Sobchak once again, no good, as Moss gets the rebound once again. Off to Sobchak. Sobchak with the basketball, he throws over to Dunn. Dunn with the basketball down to Gaiman. Gaiman out to Compton. Compton into Gaiman. Gaiman right at the free throw line. Nope. Throws out to Sobchak. Three ball. No good. Rebound to Connor Mallory. Connor with the basketball going quickly down the other side. And it goes out of bounds off of Goreville. 7:18. Hello. A lot of time passed real quick. 7:18 left here in the first quarter. Just getting started at Johnson City. Inbounded to Connor Mallory from Heath Nibbs. Hands off to Lath Huxworth, top of the key, as he goes to Heath. Heath, little 15-footer, no, off the near side rim, and it goes down to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball, crossing the top line. 7:02 left here in the first quarter as they throw down to Compton. Compton and Gaiman. Gaiman, hook shot, no good. Lath Huxworth comes up with a rebound. Over to Heath Nibbs. 6:53 as he crosses the timeline. Goes over here to Isaiah Watson. Over to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth, top of the key, back over to Connor Mallory on the far side. Connor Mallory now with the basketball as he dribbles left, dribbles right, goes down to the Lath. Lath spins, little hook shot off the glass, no good, and Heath Nibbs gets called for the over the back. Be his first, team's first, and Goreville basketball out of bounds. 6:36 left here in the first quarter as Dunn throws the basketball into Drake Moss. Moss throws it right back to Bradley Dunn. Hands it off to Drake Moss. Moss at the free throw line, tries to go out, goes to Sobchak. Sobchak, three ball, good. Ian Sobchak scores three. That's the first points of this ball game as Goreville gets on the board. Connor Mallory with the basketball over to Isaiah Watson on the far side. Watson back to Lath Huxworth, over to Connor Mallory here on the near side. Connor goes out to Isaiah. Isaiah spins, goes down on the baseline, goes up for two, blocked. Lath Huxworth with the put back, no good, as he was pushed of going up. Sobchak with the basketball. He throws it ahead to Drake Moss. Moss fakes, goes down to the paint, and throws out to Bradley Dunn. He resets the offense. 5:47 left here in the first quarter. Back over to Moss here on the near side. Moss, three ball, it's off, and the ball comes down to Goreville, and they tipped it. It'll be Johnson City basketball. 5:39 left here in the first quarter. Goreville 3, Johnson City 0. As Connor dribbles the basketball left, dribbles right. As the 10 count is on, Connor Mallory going quickly ahead. Throws it ahead to Lath Huxworth. Back to Connor. Connor, top of the key, as he tries to go down through traffic. Almost loses the basketball. Down to Isaiah Watson. Watson, little 5-footer, and he tried to get it to Heath Nibbs, and Nibbs lost the basketball out of bounds. 5:21 left here in the first quarter. Technically, that's another turnover for the Indians. 5:17 now as Dunn goes over by Coach Todd Tripp and tries to get instructions for the offense. Back out here to Compton. Compton with the basketball into Gaiman. Gaiman going up, and he double dribbles.
Traveling violation against the Black Cats.
Actually, they called that a travel. Okay. Either way, it puts the ball back into the hands of Johnson City. Heath Nibbs with the basketball as he throws into Isaiah Watson. Watson back to Nibbs. Nibbs going quickly as Nibbs stops, goes back to Isaiah Watson. Watson down the free throw line, goes off the glass, no good. And it is Lath Hawksworth going to get a call. And his first, team's second, out of bounds for Goreville. I'd say an 80% filled here tonight. Beautiful student section over there. It's nice to see them showing up tonight for this ball game. A big ball game in Black Diamond Conference standings. Compton with the basketball going down the paint, and Isaiah Watson tipped it. It'll be Goreville basketball under their basket. Coach Todd Tripp barking at his players, trying to get them to run the play that they wanted. And wow. Riley Dunn put it off the back of an Indian and was able to put it up for two. Heath Nibbs goes up for two. Yes, Heath Nibbs, the star of the game last night, as he is going to be possibly the star of the game again. We'll have to see. If he takes control of the game like he did against Trico, this will be one heck of a night for Heath Nibbs. Now Dunn with the basketball, throws out to Compton, back over to Dunn. Dunn, three ball, no. It's off the side of the rim. Heath Nibbs with the basketball as he throws it ahead. He tries to go up for two, and he's fouled. It'll be on Bradley Dunn. That's his first, team's first. And going to the line to shoot two will be Heath Nibbs. 4:02 left here in the first quarter. 5-2 is the score. Goreville ahead by 3. Shots up. Good. Beautiful shot by Heath Nibbs. He was 15 for 12 for 15 last night. And he's 2 for 2 now in this game. Just under 4 minutes as Bradley Dunn takes the basketball up the court, throws it over here to Compton on the near side. Compton gets a screen as he goes down the free throw line, shoots it down into Gaiman. Gaiman goes up for two and scores. And back over to Connor Mallory, goes to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs throws it ahead to Mallory. Mallory goes quickly, and he loses the basketball, but it's off of Goreville. It'll be Johnson City basketball. 3:37 left here in the first quarter. 7-4 is the score, as Goreville is ahead by 3. Heath Nibbs with the basketball out of bounds as Heath slaps the ball and looks into Connor Mallory. Mallory over in the far corner, throws over to Lath. Lath over to Logan. Logan over to Isaiah Watson here on the near side. Watson now with the basketball as he tries to slowly throw the ball, and Drake Moss steps out of bounds. It'll be Johnson City basketball here on the sideline. 3:25 left here in the first quarter. Into the ball game comes number 4. That's Green. Got to replace Sopchek. And Heath Nibbs with the basketball. He throws it into Lath. Lath feeds it right back to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs going down the paint. Nope. Hands it off to Lath. Lath 2 steps up, and he's fouled. And Gaiman trying to say, hey, I didn't foul him. Apparently you did, bud. His first, team's second. And Lath Hawksworth head to the line to shoot 2. 3:17 left here in the first quarter. Shots up and good. Lath Hawksworth with that high, beautiful shot. Always at the free throw line. Shots up and good. Oh, wow. Bradley Dunn bringing the basketball up for Goreville. He throws down to Drake Moss here in the near side corner into Compton. Compton tries to put it up for 2. Compton gets his own rebound, puts it back up for 2 again. Misses, and Lath Hawksworth with the basketball. Throws ahead to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs takes it himself, goes up for 2 wildly, and Heath Nibbs pushes the basketball out of the hands of their point guard, and Heath Nibbs shoots a 3. No good. Comes down to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball. 2:49 left here in the first quarter. And Green throws back up to Moss, top of the key. Moss backs up as Coach Todd Tripp yelling out a play. 2:39 left here in the first quarter. A 1-point lead by the Goreville Blackcats. As Green goes underneath and Drake Moss steps up top of the key and dribbles down here on the near side. Back to Compton. Compton looking. He throws it over to Green on the far side. Green goes back to Dunn, over to Compton. Compton over to Drake Moss here on the near side corner. Back out to Dunn. Dunn over to Compton. Compton back to Drake Moss, and the ball's knocked out of bounds from Heath Nibbs. 2:16 left here in the first quarter. Drake Moss out of bounds for the Blackcats. And the ball is tipped and out of bounds. Once again, it'll still be Goreville basketball. 2:13 now as it's tipped out of bounds by Connor Mowry. Inbounded to Green as Green passes back over here to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball crossing the timeline, shows a thumbs down as 2:05 is ticking off here in the first quarter. Green with the basketball, and Green, he throws it into Compton. Compton fakes, goes up again, no good, and Lath Huxworth comes down with the rebound. Lath throws it ahead to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with a minute 49, goes down to Logan Hunter. Hunter fakes the three, back over to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth looks, finds Heath Nibbs here on the near side, back over to Connor Mowry, top of the key, back to Heath Nibbs here on the near side. Nibbs goes up to Lath. Lath down to Logan. Logan up for two, got the layup, it's good. Oh my Lanta. Johnson City taking a 1-point lead with a minute 25 left here in the first quarter. Dunn with the basketball, heads off to Moss, off to Green. Green throws into Compton at the free throw line, back out to Riley Dunn. Dunn between the circles, top of the key as he dribbles right, dribbles left, goes over to Drake Moss here on the near side corner. Moss three ball, it's good. Drake Moss scores three, and that puts the Blackcats up by 2 once again. Minute 3. Ticking off the clock as Isaiah Watson crosses the timeline, back over to Connor Mowry here on the near side. Throws over to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs looking as he throws off to Logan Hunter, back over to Isaiah Watson on the far side. Back to Connor. Connor right at the free throw line, jump shot, good. Connor Mowry scores 2 as they throw into Drake Moss. Moss ahead to Green. Green with the basketball, back to Dunn as Dunn goes down in the paint for up for 2, no good, it's in and out. And Gaming comes up with a rebound, tries to put it up again, and Logan Hunter gets fouled. Or Logan Hunter does the fouling, that's his first, team's third. Going to the line to shoot 2 will be Landon Gaiman. 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. 10-10 is the score. Make that 10-11 as Gaiman makes his first shot. Boston Payton coming into the basketball game. So is Nolan Causey. Subcheck and number 2, Suits, back into the ball game. Shot is up and good. Make that 12-10. As Nolan Causey takes the basketball. And 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Goes over to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs, trouble. Oh, he picked up his pivot foot as soon as he tried to stop himself. And that is a travel. 12-10 with 22.5 seconds as they throw in to Bradley Dunn. 20 seconds as he crosses the timeline. The Blackcats looking for one shot. It's 15. 13. Bradley Dunn back near half court. 10 seconds. 8. Throws back over to Suits. Suits over to Green. Green down to Dunn. Dunn goes up. Ball tipped by Boston Payton. And Boston Payton is called for a foul, even though Bradley Dunn leaned into it. His first, team's fourth. And go to the line with 1.2 seconds will be Bradley Dunn. 2 shots, and he scores the first. 21. Shot's good. There should have been an inbounds play because there's 1.2 seconds left on the clock, and the time shouldn't have started until the ball was inbounds. So Boston Payton's outside, and he throws ahead to Nolan Causey. Causey throws it up. Boom! He almost had that, and it was just off the side of the rim. It is Goreville 14, Johnson City 10. We'll be right back. You're listening to Monster Radio, WGGH.
Is your dog a part of your tribe? Don't forget your pup needs pampered too. Locally owned by Jasmine Barton, Charleston Rose will have your pup pampered and smelling fresh and clean. And now they are offering boarding as well. Located at 610 Adams Street in Johnson City. You can call or text to book an appointment with Jasmine at 618-922-5415. You will love Charleston Rose, and your fur baby will too. Isn't that right, Brownie? You want to go see Jasmine? Okay, let's go.
The Johnston City Indians strive for excellence in athletics. And at Johnston City Unit 1 schools, the administration, Board of Education, and faculty strive for excellence in the classroom as well. The mission of Johnston City schools is to prepare their students for life in the 21st century. Johnston City teachers and coaches want to produce students who are value-driven, problem-solving, critical thinkers ready for life beyond high school. From math champions to sports champions, Johnston City has set the bar high. Good luck, Indians, in all your endeavors from Johnston City Unit 1.
As we return to Wendell Sterrick Gymnasium, Johnson City High School. 8 minutes on the clock as Goreville 14, Johnson City 10. And during several of the previous matchups, as I flip through my book to try and find them quickly, it was a very similar story, 11-9 at the last time that we faced them. And the halftime score was 3 points different. So one heck of a battle between these two teams every time that they face each other. And now Nolan Causey has the basketball. Throwing over to Connor Mallory on the far side into Boston Payton. Payton goes to Lath Huxford, top of the key. Hands it off to Connor Mallory on the far side. Over here to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs back to Connor Mallory. Mallory, three ball. Nope, is short. And Lath Huxford, he tries to come up with the rebound, but it's tipped out of his hands by Goreville. Sopchak all the way, going for two, and no good. And the foul's on 24. That's going to be Connor Mallory, his first, team's fifth. And Sopchak will go to the line for two. 7:33 left here in the second quarter, or the first half, depending on how you want to look at it. Shots up, and no good. That's the first free throw that Goreville has missed this game. Logan Hunter coming back into the basketball game for Boston Payton. Shots up, good. So they are 5 for 6 so far in this ball game as Nolan Causey takes the basketball, charging up the floor, throws over to Connor Mallory here on the near side. Mallory over to Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball, back to Nolan Causey, top of the key. Causey dribbles left, dribbles right, goes back over to Heath Nibbs, over to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth over to Nolan Causey. Causey fakes the pass down low as the ball comes out to Connor Mallory. And Sopchak either tripped himself or possibly rolled his ankle, and he is in some pain. Lath Huxworth, a little hook shot, good for two. Lath Huxworth, as Riley Dunn comes back up and throws in to Drake Moss. 6:50 left here in the second quarter. Back over to Sopchak on the near side corner into game, and then there's a foul. It's going to be on Nolan Causey. Nolan Causey picks up his first, team sixth. And even though a bunch of Indians have one foul, it's still putting six fouls up on the board, which means one more. They get to shoot 1-on-1. Riley Dunn throws in to Compton. Compton up for two and scores. And now Nolan Causey ahead to Connor Mallory. Mallory feeds it into Lath. Lath, big guy, going up for hook shot, no good. Lath gets the rebound, goes up for two, and he's fouled. And he'll get two shots from the line once again. Foul's going to be on the big man, 54. That is Landon Gaiman. That's his second, team's third. Lath Huxworth going to the line to shoot two. 6:32 left here in the second quarter. 17-12. Make that 17-13. And in the ball game comes Green. Green is going to replace Sopchak. No, I'm sorry. He's going to replace the big man, Gaiman. 6:32 left here in the second quarter. 17-13 is the score. Shots up and good. 17-14. As he throws ahead to Drake Moss for Goreville. Drake Moss goes on the baseline. Out to Sobchak. Sobchak 3-ball. Good. Ian Sobchak scores 3. And Nolan Causey throws ahead to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs ahead to Connor Malley. Malley up for 2. Good. Connor Malley scores 2 as Compton quickly brings the basketball back down the court. Spin. Oh, come on. An elbow into the chest of Heath Nibbs. And there's no call from the referees whatsoever. Not a block, not a charge, no nothing. Heath Nibbs with the basketball back to Noah Conti. Conti down to the free throw line into Lath. Lath up for 2. Oh, yes. 5:50 as Compton throws the basketball in to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball crossing the timeline as he's calling out the play to Coach Todd Tripp. Riley Dunn with the basketball goes down, up for 2, no good as Heath Nibbs comes with the basketball and Logan Hunter comes down with a rebound. Over to Connor Malley, back over to Heath. Heath fakes the 3 as he resets up, back to Connor Malley in the far corner. Connor throws ahead to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball and he's helping Goreville up. And it'll be Johnson City basketball out of bounds. Suits into the basketball game, going to replace Compton as Nolan Causey comes out. Isaiah Watson comes in. If I can get my tongue untied, maybe we can have a conversation. Heath Nibbs slaps the basketball, throws into Connor Malley. 5:15 left here in the second quarter. Goreville 20, Johnson City 18. Out to Logan Hunter, top of the key. Logan goes over to Isaiah Watson here on the near side. Watson back to Connor Malley. Connor Malley. Coach Scott Brzezinski upset at Isaiah Watson for the missed pass. 5 minutes left here on the second quarter. 20-18 is the score. As Bradley Dunn throws the basketball off to Suits. Suits over to Sobchak. Sobchak long 3-ball. It's tipped as Drake Moss comes up with the rebound. He throws it back out to Bradley Dunn to reset the offense. 4:45 left here in the second quarter. As this is exactly what Coach Scott Brzezinski mentioned last night. They got to eliminate the second chances. Drake Moss with the basketball now as he throws over to Bradley Dunn. Dunn with the basketball back up top of the key as he resets the offense once again. Goes over to Suits on the far side. Suits with the basketball as he throws it over to Bradley Dunn. Dunn goes back to Suits. Suits over to Drake Moss. Moss back to Green. Green at the free throw line. Back out to Sobchak. Sobchak on the far side as he dribbles back towards top of the key and throws back to Drake Moss over to Bradley Dunn, resetting the offense. 4:10 left here in the second quarter. 20-18 is the score as 2 points separates these two Black Diamond Conference teams. And Suits with the basketball back up to Drake Moss. Moss 3-ball, good. Drake Moss scores 3 as Connor Malley has the basketball into Isaiah Watson. Watson dribbling up, crossing the timeline. Over to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs and trying to get some help from Connor Malley. Connor Malley waits for the play call from Coach Scott Brzezinski. 3:33 ticking off as he throws out to Logan Hunter. 3-ball, no, as Logan gets the basket. No, he doesn't. He lost the basketball to Drake Moss. He throws back up to Bradley Dunn. 3:23 left here in the second quarter. Bradley Dunn setting up the offense in a 3-2 for the offense, and now they're switching it up, trying to go a 1-2-2. A throw over to Drake Moss here in the near side corner. Back up to Green, top of the key. Green with the basketball as he throws back to Drake Moss over to Bradley Dunn. Bradley Dunn, top of the key, out by half court as 2:53 ticks off the clock here in the second quarter. Bradley Dunn dribbles down this side, throws over to Drake Moss. Moss over to Suits. Suits down at the free throw line, throws it back out, and to Bradley Dunn. He knocks it off his hands, and they said it went off of Connor Malley. Wow. Compton coming into the basketball game, going to replace Sobchak. And Connor gets a talking to from the referee saying, hey, that's my call, man. Don't challenge it. 2:37 left here in the second quarter. 23-18 is the score. Bradley Dunn heading between top of the key, between the circles. Goes over to Suits. Suits back to Compton. Compton swings it over to Drake Moss, over to Bradley Dunn here in the near side corner. Bradley Dunn goes back up top of the key, over to Green. Green back over to Suits on the far side. Back to Bradley Dunn, top of the key. Looking for the penetration. Johnson City doing a good job of playing this 3-2 defense. As they throw over to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball, looking for the cutting man. He can't find it. Goes back to Compton, top of the key. Moving screen set by Drake Moss. No call from the officials. Compton back out to Green. So Suits, as Suits scores three. Timeout by Coach Scott Brzezinski. Win at 54 left here in the second quarter. Wildcats 26, Johnson City 18. We'll be right back on Monster Radio WGGH.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Illinois. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
And as that was a 30-second timeout by Coach Scott Brzezinski, he wanted a minute to refresh with his guys and be able to make sure everybody's head was in the same page. As we get here, Heath Nibbs in the basketball and throws in to Connor Mowry from Heath Nibbs, and the foul is going to be on number 2. That is on Suits. That is his first, team's fourth. And Heath Nibbs out of bounds at half court. Minute 51 left here in the second quarter into Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball as Heath Nibbs jogs over to the far side. Connor Mowry looking for some help. And Compton gets the steal from Logan Hunter. Compton, a little jump stop, and I can't believe they didn't call that for a travel. Heath Nibbs coming back quickly the other way over to Connor Mowry. Mowry goes in, and there's a push foul. It'll be on Drake Moss. His first, team's fifth. And out of bounds is going to be Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball as he throws over to Connor Mowry. Mowry steps into the free throw line, back out to Isaiah Watson. Watson into Lath. Lath, little hook shot. It was tipped, and Compton gets the rebound. Compton throws ahead to Drake Moss, but throws it out of bounds, and it'll be Johnson City basketball. Minute 16 left here in the second quarter. Goreville 28, Johnson City 18. Johnson City needs a couple of quick baskets. Make this a three-point game at halftime. Connor Mowry taking quickly, and there is a pushing foul. And it'll be on 31, Compton. That is going to be his first, team's sixth. And out of bounds for number 5. It's Home. Comes into the basketball game for Drake Moss. Coach Todd Tripp not happy about that call. Trying to talk to the referee about it as he tries to talk to also Drake Moss as he gets a drink of water. Connor Mowry with the basketball, minute 5 as he is out near half court. And the basketball was tipped by Goreville as he goes into the backcourt. Throws up to Isaiah Watson. Watson stops as he throws into Connor Mowry, and there's a push-off by Home. They'll shoot 1-1 as that's going to be the 17th foul. Home, that's his first, team's 7th. And going to the line to shoot 1-1 will be Connor Mowry. Into the ball game is Drake Moss replacing Home. And into the ball game comes Boston Payton and Nolan Causey. Isaiah Watson and Logan Hunter take a seat. 55.6 seconds left here in the second quarter. It's 1-1. Connor Mowry dribbles and sets. Here's a shot. And no good off the back of the backboard. And goes ahead to Suits. Suits throws ahead to Drake Moss. Moss looking. He finds Suits. Suits, 3-ball, no good. And Boston Payton comes up with a rebound. Over to Nolan Causey on the far side. Causey goes down to Connor Mowry. And the ball was off of Drake Moss. And it's Johnson City basketball out of bounds. 41.5 seconds left here in the second quarter. 28-18 still the score. Goreville's lead. Connor Mowry is looking for the ball. Nope, he throws into Boston Payton. Payton goes into Noah Causey as Causey tries to throw it right back to Boston Payton, but throws it into the hands of Compton. And now the loose ball comes into the hands of Johnson City. 26 seconds left as Connor Mallory takes the ball right into the free throw line. He tries to go down to the paint. Jump shot. Good. Connor Mallory scores 2. That's what you do. You take control of the situation. 10 seconds now. It's done. At the basketball for Goreville. It goes over. Nolan Causey gets a steal. Goes up, layup, and good. Nolan Causey scores 2. And now Goreville will go into halftime. 28-22, a 6-point difference. Oh, my Lanta. A good way to end that half. And we will be right back after this. You're listening to Monster Radio, WGGH.
Whether you're looking for an upgrade or you have damage after the last storm, call on Cardinal Claim Consulting, Roofing and Exteriors. Owned and operated by Johnston City High School alum Dewey Morgan, Cardinal Claim Consulting will work with homeowners who may have damage from wind or hailstorms, as well as homeowners who are just looking to upgrade. Give them a call at 1-833-52-STORM. That's 1-833-52-STORM. Locally owned, licensed, and insured, Cardinal Claim Consulting is a proud supporter of Johnston City Athletics. Roll Tribe! Your go-to spot in Johnson City is Lineman's Lounge. Whether it's before or after the big game, Lineman's Lounge has you covered. On the gridiron, on the court, or between the lines. Your go-to spot has to be Lineman's Lounge. Check out their daily specials, listen to live music on weekends, and they always are hosting local benefits. Go see the amazing staff at Lineman's Lounge, 100 East Broadway in Johnson City. Roll Tribe!
A fabric of the community for nearly 40 years, Jeannie's Magic Touch is a staple in Johnson City. Jeannie's Magic Touch have and will continue to support Indian athletics. Whether it's an Indian needing the right haircut or Mama needing a new tan, Jeannie's Magic Touch has you covered. Come see Jeannie and Leslie at 1009 Grand Avenue or give them a call at 648-983-5552. Jeannie's Magic Touch is all things Indian athletics.
When they ask, why would you go anywhere else? It's not just a slogan. They mean it. They mean it with the one-on-one attention they give students. They mean it with the quality instruction and programs of study they offer. They mean it with their affordable tuition. They mean it when they want to live up to the mission of serving all students in the best way possible. Now you can look elsewhere, but when you ask your friends, your family, or anyone else that has ever attended John A. Logan College, they'll tell you, why would you go anywhere else? And they'll mean it.
And as we return to halftime, the pep band is here, and they are definitely making some noise over there on the far side. It is great to see this, this gymnasium three-quarter full here, probably about 80% full, honestly, as most have gone to the concession stand right about now. And it is a wonderful atmosphere here tonight. It is a competitive atmosphere as both sets of parents, both for Johnson City and against Johnson City over there for Goreville, are cheering hard, and they really want their team to pull it out here tonight. We'll see what happens. Goreville 28, Johnson City 22. We are at halftime here at Wendell Sterrick Gymnasium, Johnston City High School. Take a look first at the Goreville Black Cats. Drake Moss has 6 points up on the board. He's got 2 3 balls to his name. Suits has 3 points up on the board. He, of course, has a 3 ball as well. Bradley Dunn has 4 points up for the Black Cats. He's got a bucket and 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Dylan Compton has 4 points. He has 2 buckets there in the second quarter. Ian Sopchak has 7 points. He's the leading scorer for Goreville so far. He's got 2 3 balls, and he's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And Landon Gaiman has 4 points up on the board. He's got a bucket and 2 free throws. Goreville sitting at 5 for 6 from the charity stripe, and they currently lead your Johnson City Indians 28-22. We're going to take another short break and be right back. You're listening to Monster Radio, WGGH.
Private Funeral Home, located at 1008 West Broadway Boulevard, is family-owned and operated and has been serving Johnson City and the surrounding communities of Southern Illinois for many years. We at Powell Funeral Home are dedicated to helping families during what can be the most difficult times in life. We will be there to assist you every step of the way, ensuring the most personalized, well-thought-out service. Our dedicated staff will provide support, compassion, and information throughout your journey of grief. It is always an honor for our family to assist your family in celebrating your loved one's life. Pyle Funeral Home is owned and operated by Darren and Shelley Pyle. We are honored to be a part of the rich history of our community and proud supporters of Indian athletics. Give us a call at 618-983-7777 or visit pylefuneralhome.com for more information.
Family crisis can come unexpectedly, whether it be divorce, child custody, or putting a will together. Johnson City native Megan Rich, attorney at law, can help you through the process, along with a happier process, such as adoption. However, since 2004, Megan Rich has seen the ups and downs, trials, and tribulations from every angle. Now her focus is family law. For more information, give her a call at 618-579-0579 or stop by the office at 611 North Court Street in Marion to schedule an appointment.
Are you ready? Are you ready for all things Johnston City? From Indian athletics to the Johnston City community. Check out jctptalk.com. Do it now.
As we return to Wendell Sterrett Gymnasium, 5:05 left here on the halftime clock as Johnson City currently trails the Goreville Black Cats 28-22. And as we take a look at Johnson City's scoring summary, Nolan Causey has 2 points up on the board. He had that layup late there in the second quarter. Heath Nibbs has 4 points up on the board. He's got a bucket and 2 free throws. Connor Mallory has 6 points up on the board as he is one of the leading scorers for Johnston City. He's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. And 2 points for Logan Hunter. And Lath Huxworth has 6 points up on the board. He's got 2 buckets, and he is 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Johnson City Indians 6 for 7 from the free throw line, as this is one heck of a game here. And Johnson City had one heck of a finish there late in the second quarter. Johnson City battling back from 28-18, putting 4 points up on the board within 30 seconds. And that is what kind of effort that we want to see out of our Indians. We want to see them fighting as hard as they can, be able to put points up on the board, and also be able to resist the fight back from the Black Cats as they have the last couple of games. 3:50 left here on the game clock. We will take another short break and be right back. You're listening to Monster Radio, WGGH.
IBEW Local 702, an international brotherhood of electrical workers, has more than 4,500 members. Working men and women in hard hats, steel-toed boots, and leather gloves scattered throughout the heartland, making a living while making the heartland a better place to live. IBEW Local 702 represents construction workers, tree trimmers, broadcast engineering, telephone company, and power utility personnel. IBEW Local 702 with offices in West Frankfort.
You're just a few taps away from crispy, golden, and delicious. A scroll from refreshment bliss. A mere click stands between you and a tasty treat. Get the McDonald's app with mobile order and pay and stay connected to all your favorites. Get a free 10-piece chicken McNuggets when you download the McDonald's app. Valid 2/7 through 2/27/22 at participating McDonald's. One-time use only. McD app download and registration required.
The Johnston City Indians strive for excellence in athletics. And at Johnston City Unit 1 schools, the administration, Board of Education, and faculty strive for excellence in the classroom as well. The mission of Johnston City schools is to prepare their students for life in the 21st century. Johnston City teachers and coaches want to produce students who are value-driven, problem-solving, critical thinkers ready for life beyond high school. From math champions to sports champions, Johnston City has set the bar high. Good luck, Indians, in all your endeavors from Johnston City Unit 1.
When they ask, why would you go anywhere else? It's not just a slogan, they mean it. They mean it with the one-on-one attention they give students. They mean it with the quality instruction and programs of study they offer. They mean it with their affordable tuition. They mean it when they want to live up to the mission of serving all students in the best way possible. Now you can look elsewhere, but when you ask your friends, your family, or anyone else that has ever attended John A. Logan College, they'll tell you, why would you go anywhere else? And they'll mean it.
Some people think the daily moves of the market make stress inevitable when it comes to investing, but it doesn't have to be this way. Hi, I'm Ashton Stevens, your Johnson City Edward Jones financial advisor. One stress reducer is to have a plan and stick with it during the market's ups and downs. Here's another. Periodically rebalance your investments to align with your needs and risk comfort, and have a good financial advisor to sit down and talk to. Contact me today at 618-983-6317. Keeping your investments under control can help keep your emotions in check. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Ashton Stevens, our starting lineup sponsor. She's your Edward Jones financial advisor. Go see her today. Well, obviously right now we're playing basketball, but you can go see her tomorrow, see her this week, next week. Make sure you go see her. She's your Edward Jones financial consultant here in Johnston City. 42 seconds left as Coach Todd Tripp talks to his starting five out on the floor as the entire Indians bench is around Coach Scott Brzezinski. He's drawing up on the playboard. Austin Brown over there in the student section. Nice to see him. Sam Harris, big Sam Harris. Nice to see a full student section over there. That's awesome. And Goreville will have the basketball out of bounds. 3 seconds left here in halftime. As there's the buzzer, and we get ready to start the third quarter here. There's the whistle. Drake Moss with the basketball out of bounds as he throws in to Bradley Dunn. Starting the second half. Over to Compton on the far side. Compton with the basketball. He dribbles back this way. Goes to Sobchak. Sobchak, and the ball is stolen by Heath Nibbs. Over to Sobchak. Sobchak goes up, and Sobchak landed literally on Logan Hunter, and he gets called for the block. Wow. His second, team's first. And go to the line to shoot two will be Ian Sobchak. 7:46 left here in the third quarter. 28-22. Shots up. Good. Ian Sobchak makes his first. He's 2 for 3 so far. Making 6 for 7 for the team. Shots up and good. Make that 7 for 8. Heath Nibbs with the basketball as he fakes the pass, and he goes ahead to Connor Mowry now. Mowry down in the paint, back out to Lade. Lade stops, throws it back out to Connor Mowry, top of the key. Connor backs up, and he throws over to Lade Huxworth. Huxworth with the basketball right at the free throw line as Huxworth dribbles, and he throws it back over to Connor Mowry on the far side. Mowry, little floater, no, as Compton comes up with the basketball, and Compton throws it ahead to Briley Dunn. Dunn goes up for 2, scores. He got the easy layup and throws into Isaiah Watson from Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball as he goes quickly across, throws over the head of Connor Mowry. And Coach Scott Brzezinski wants a timeout. 7:01 left here in the third quarter. 32-22 is the score. We'll be right back on Monster Radio WGGH.
There's never a convenient time for an illness or injury. That's why Express Care on Halfway Road is open, and you can walk right in. No appointment needed. From a sore throat or chest congestion to care for a sprain or strain, we're here for you 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Heartland Regional Medical Group Express Care. Get the care you need when you need it. Located in Marion on the Hill.
As we return to the basketball court, gotta try some Facebook Live here as we couldn't last night at Trico. And Bradley Dunn has the basketball. We'll turn you to the basketball floor. Dunn with the basketball going to Drake Moss. Moss, three ball. No, it's off the back of the rim. And Lath Huxworth comes up with the rebound. Over to Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball. 6:45 left here in the third quarter. Off to Lath, top of the key. Lath fakes the handoff, and he throws it all the way down to Isaiah Watson. Watson wide open, and Sobchak is called for the foul underneath. Ian Sobchak, that'll be his first, team's first of the half. And going to line to shoot two will be Isaiah Watson. 6:36 left here in the third quarter. 32-22 is the score. Isaiah Watson is first. It's good. Mr. Zigzag himself doing very well, making sure he makes those free throws. 6:36 left here in the first quarter. Shots up. And no good. It's tipped by Lath Huxworth, and it goes back into the hands of Connor Mowry. Over to Isaiah Watson, back over to Heath Nibbs on the far side. Nibbs with the basketball now as he dribbles back top of the key, throws up to Isaiah Watson. Watson down in the paint, up for two, off the glass, no good, as he gets up slowly off the court. And now Drake Moss with the basketball here on the near side. Off to Sobchak. Sobchak three ball, nope, it's short, air ball, and it goes out of bounds. 6:15 left here in the third quarter. 32-23 is the score. Heath Nibbs out of bounds. Throws into Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball as he quickly goes, and there's a foul. It's going to be on. I'm sorry, it's called travel. Wow. 6:09 left here in the third quarter as Bradley Dunn is out of bounds for Goreville. He's waiting, throws into Compton. 6:07 left now as Bradley Dunn throws in to Gaiman. Gaiman back out to Bradley Dunn. Dunn is looking out of the corner, and he resets the offense, waving it off. 5:57 left, thrown over to Drake Moss here on the near side. Back over to Sobchak. Sobchak with the basketball, back to Bradley Dunn. Dunn with the basketball into Sobchak, into Gaiman. Gaiman, little two-pointer, no good, as Sobchak comes up with a rebound and knocks it out of bounds. That'll be Johnson City basketball. 5:45 left here in the third quarter. 32-23, still the score here at Wendell Sterrick Gymnasium. Into Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball, back over to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball, okay, to Connor Mowry, across the timeline, over to Logan Hunter. Three ball, yes! Big, smooth scores. And yes, here we go. Compton down on the baseline, jump shot, no good. Lath Huxworth comes up with a rebound, ahead to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs down with the basketball, hands off to Logan Hunter, off to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth goes in, and there's a push-off from 54. That is Landon Gaiman. His third, team's second. And
54, Landon Gaiman, his third, team's second. Entering for
in the ball game comes Green. Green's going to replace Gaiman. Is his pronunciation, I believe. I'm sorry.
Also entering the game, number 2, Tyler
Suits is going to replace Compton. And now Connor Mowry out of bounds. As Connor sits there, and he throws into Lath Huxworth, off to Logan Hunter. Hunter and throws into Heath Nibbs. Nibbs up and fouled. Good job, Heath Nibbs. Good job, Heath Nibbs, taking control.
Blackcats foul on 23, Bradley Dunn.
23, Bradley Dunn, his second, team's third of the half. Heath Nibbs going to the line to shoot two. 5:13 left here in the third quarter. Shot for Heath Nibbs. Good. Heath Nibbs scores one, and he'll have a second shot. 5:13 left here in the third quarter. Shots up, and good. 4 for 4 for Heath Nibbs as Bradley Dunn brings the basketball up the basketball court. Bradley Dunn, 5:05, ticking off as he dribbles out by half court. 32-28. Goreville's lead by 4 as Mox fakes the three-pointer, and he goes back over here to Suits. Suits three ball, no good. Comes down in the face of Green. Green puts it back up, no good. And over the back of Green, no call from the referee. And there's a travel called by Green. Or by the official, on Green for Goreville. Nolan Causey going to come into the basketball game. Going to replace Isaiah Watson. And Heath Nibbs out of bounds. 4:47 left here in the third quarter. 32-28 is the score. Throws into Connor Mallory. Mallory with the basketball. He fires it back over to Nolan Causey. Causey fires it ahead, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Johnson City basketball on the far side. 4:39 left here in the third quarter. 32-28. Johnson City trails by 4. And Heath Nibbs out of bounds with the basketball. And going to throw it into Connor Mallory. Mallory the basketball back over to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs, he fakes the hand in as he goes over to Nolan Causey, top of the key. Causey with the basketball back over to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs looking, throws over to Connor Mallory. Mallory into Lath. Lath looking, he spins, he fakes the 2, goes up a little floater. He gets his own rebound up for 2, and there's going to be another foul on the Black Cats. It'll be on foul on number 2 that suits his second, team's 4th. And the line will be Lath Huxworth to shoot 2. 4:18 left here in the third quarter. Shots up, good. Lath Huxworth with the 2, with the first of 2 shots as Lath Huxworth sets up for a second. Boston Payton in for Logan Hunter. Shots up, no, it's short, and it didn't hit at all, so it'll be an air ball, and it'll be Goreville basketball out of bounds. Compton into the basketball game, going to replace Suits. I'm sorry, that's Green trotting off, I apologize. 4:18 left here in the third quarter. Into Drake Moss, back over to Bradley Dunn. He hands it back to Drake Moss as Coach Todd Tripp barking at him. 4:10 left here in the third quarter, out to Compton. Compton with the basketball for Goreville as he is being guarded well by Noah Causey. Back to Suits here and back to Drake Moss. Moss to Compton. Compton into Bradley Dunn. Dunn going up for 2 and no good. Lath Huxworth comes down with a rebound. Heath Nibbs trying to go quickly as he throws that over to Connor Mallory. Mallory with the basketball as he goes down in the paint up for 2. There's a push off, and he is going to be at the line shooting 2. Fouls on number 1. It's Drake Moss, his second, team's 5th. And go to the line to shoot 2 will be Connor Mallory. 3:47 left here in the third quarter. Shots up, good. Connor Mallory makes that one. And it is 32-30 in the third quarter. Shots up, and no, off front of the rim, as Boston Payton almost got the rebound. Compton throws ahead to Suits. Suits loses the basketball, and it goes off of Heath Nibbs. It'll be Goreville basketball. Bradley Dunn out of bounds for the Black Cats. As Bradley Dunn slaps the basketball, he throws into Compton. Compton fakes, goes up for 2. No, it doesn't fall. Compton goes back up, and there's a foul on Boston Payton. Fouls on Boston Payton. That's his second, team's second. And out of bounds for Goreville.
Second, shooting 2, 31, Dylan Compton.
I'm sorry, they're going to shoot 2 for Compton. And Compton makes his first. We're saying he was going up. Shot is no good. It's in and out as Lath Huxworth comes up with the rebound, throws ahead to Connor Mallory. 3:29 left here in the third quarter. It throws ahead to Lath. Lath over to Connor. Connor, 3 ball. No, it's off the near side of the rim. And the ball is off of Goreville. It'll be Johnson City basketball out of bounds. Coach Todd Tripp asking, what's going on? That should have been Goreville basketball. And now Heath Nibbs throws into Connor Mallory. Mallory feeds it into Lath. Lath going down into the paint, spins, goes up for 2, and good. Lath Huxworth scores 2. 3:11 now as Goreville brings up the basketball, 33-32. Johnson City trails by 1. 3:05 left here in the third quarter as he throws off to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball, going down into the paint, and there's a push-off. And right there, Drake Moss is getting called for the push-off of Heath Nibbs. No, Heath Nibbs is getting called with a push-off. So that'll be his second, team's third. Out of bounds for Compton. And throws into Sobchak. Sobchak with the basketball, and there is a foul on Connor Mowry. It's his second, team's fourth. Wow. And now out of bounds is Barley Dunn. Dunn with the basketball out for Goreville, throws into Compton. Compton spins, down to the paint, up for two, falls. Dylan Compton scores two, and Connor Mowry with the basketball. Crosses the timeline. No, he doesn't cross the timeline, I'm sorry. He goes past the free throw line, and now crosses the timeline. Back over to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth going over to the far side, back over to Heath Nibbs on the far side now. Nibbs goes down on the baseline, throws out to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth with the basketball, back to Connor Mowry, back to Lath. Lath takes 2 steps, and they call him for a travel after only 2 steps. They said he took 3? Okay, well, 2:23 left here in the third quarter as Barley Dunn brings the basketball up for Goreville. 35-32, Johnson City trails by 3. Compton with the basketball as he's down on this side, and he treats it in to Compton. Compton down in the paint, trying to look. He gets the ball taken away from him by Boston Payton. Goes ahead to Nolan Causey. Causey with a quick breakaway, going down in the paint. Little layup. Yes, it's good for 2. Nolan Causey scores 2. And now, here comes Moss. Drake Moss for Goreville as he throws over to Suits on the far side. Suits with the basketball as he throws back over to Barley Dunn. Dunn going baseline, and he pushes over. Oh, he pushes over Boston Payton, and that's going to be Boston's third. Wow. That's his third, team's 5th, and it'll be 2 shots for Barley Dunn. I got to stop going on safari. I got to stop zebra hunting. Logan Hunter into the basketball game, replacing Boston Payton. Barley Dunn going to shoot 2. Shots up. It's good. And apparently he made that basket. So he gets another 2, and then we cross that one off. That one's good. Okay. Now it's Johnson City out of bounds as Green comes into the basketball game for Goreville. And Nolan Causey gets the basketball, throws it ahead to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs going coast to coast, and it's way too strong. And Green gets the basketball for Goreville. Goreville with the basketball now. Barley Dunn taking it up the floor. Minute 30 left here in the third quarter. Barley Dunn crossing the timeline. Coach Todd Tripp waiting and directing his players where you got to go. Barley Dunn takes the basketball over to the far side of the court. Barley Dunn throws down to Compton. Compton back out to Barley Dunn. Fakes the 3 as Barley looks side to side and tries to get the penetration. Minute 7 left here in the third quarter. Barley Dunn now resetting the offense. Minute 3 left here in the third quarter. 38-34, Johnson City trails by 4. Just under a minute now. Barley Dunn with the basketball. Throws out to Suits on the far side. Suits with the basketball into Green. Green loses possession. Back up to Barley Dunn, top of the key. Barley Dunn now between the circles as 45 seconds ticks off the clock. Third quarter action here in the Black Diamond Conference. 38-34, Johnson City trails by 4. Barley Dunn with the basketball, dribbling out near half court, 33 seconds now, as Coach Todd Tripp is talking to his team while Barley just stands there dribbling the basketball. No pressure from Johnson City as they want to guard that basket. 20 seconds now as Barley Dunn has the basketball, and he's taunting the crowd here at Johnson City. And now 10 seconds as Barley Dunn puts it into motion. Down to Green. Green looking, goes down to the free throw line, back over to Suits. Suits long 3 ball. Nope, it's up back of the rim. Nolan Causey comes up with the basketball, and there's a foul. It's going to be on Goreville. Number 2, Suits. That's his 3rd. Team's 6th. And Johnson City basketball out of bounds. Wow. Heath Nibbs out of bounds as he tries to get it into somebody. Throws it into Connor Mowry, and nobody touched the basketball. And they're going to put 1 second back. They're going to put, what are they doing? They're saying nobody touched the basketball? Right now, they are discussing whether They're putting 1 second back up on the clock as nobody touched that basketball. It will be Goreville possession, and Coach Todd Tripp excited at Drake Moss trying to get the play going as Bradley Dunn out of bounds for Goreville. He throws it in, and Logan Hunter hits the basketball, and that is how the third quarter ends. Goreville 38, Johnson City 34. We'll be right back. You're listening to Monster Radio, WGGH.
Colson's Heating and Cooling in Johnston City is 4 generations strong and is family owned and operated, serving Johnston City and all of southern Illinois since 1961. Colson's proudly uses Amana, provides professional installations, HVAC service, and has 24-hour emergency service. If you need anything related to heating and cooling, call Colson's Heating and Cooling at 618-983-8133. Colson's Heating and Cooling, a proud supporter of Johnston City's athletics. Roll Tribe!
For 100 years, Hill Printing and Office Supply has been meeting the needs of Marion and Southern Illinois. That's right, Hill Printing and Office Supply on Print Avenue, just off the square, is still at it. Printing everything from business cards to stationery to wedding invitations and more. 100 years of Hill Printing and 100 years of Indian football go hand in hand. Give Hill Printing a call today at 618-997-5304. For all of your printing and office supply needs, just visit Hill Printing and Office Supply, 110 North Print Avenue in Marion.
And as we return to this basketball game, looking at the points here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The Goreville Blackcats scored 10. Johnson City had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So outscoring by 2. 4-point difference here right now. Ball inbounded to Nola Causey. Causey with the basketball, thrown over to Connor Mowry. Mowry on the far side, dribbles into the free throw line. Out to Logan Hunter, as Hunter misses the three-pointer. And now, Bradley Dunn with the basketball as he touches the top of his head and moves it back and forth. 7:37 left here in the fourth quarter. Sobchak with the basketball, throws into Compton. Compton fakes the three. Nope. He goes out to Drake Moss. Moss, three ball. And there's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Logan Hunter for 3. Logan Hunter, his third foul, team 6th. And Drake Moss will go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. 7:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Shots up and good. Drake Moss scores his first. 39-34. Shots up. Second's good. And will Drake Moss go 3 for 3? 40-34. 6-point difference now, and it's going to be a 7-point difference as he makes all 3. Lath hands it off to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball as he crosses the timeline. Nibbs looking side to side and going down here on the near side corner. Finds Connor Mowry, top of the key. Mowry into Lath. Lath with the basketball, dribbles once right at the free throw line, back out to Connor Mowry. Mowry looking as he throws off to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs back to Lath. Lath over to Connor. Connor with the basketball over on the near side, and he throws into Heath Nibbs, and there's a foul. It's going to be on Goreville on 23. That's his third, team 7th. We go to line to shoot 1-1. Keaton Ford coming into the basketball game, going to replace Logan Hunter as Heath Nibbs goes to the line to shoot 1-1. 7:02 left here in the fourth quarter. 41-34. Shots up. Good. Good job for Heath Nibbs tonight on the line, just like last night against the Trico Pioneers. 12 for 15 from the line against Trico. Shots up. Good. And he's doing a very good job here tonight once again. And Bradley Dunn crossing the timeline, 41-36. Within 5. As Bradley Dunn dribbles off to this near side and throws back to Sobchak. Sobchak, and he loses possession, and the loose ball comes out to Bradley Dunn into the hands of Heath Nibbs. Nibbs goes coast to coast. Layup is no good, and the ball goes off of Goreville, and they're giving it. They gave it back to Goreville. They're saying it was off of Johnson City. 6:38 left here in the fourth quarter as Bradley Dunn has the basketball off to Drake Moss. Back to Bradley Dunn. 6:33 left as he crosses the timeline. Still a 5-point lead for the Goreville Black Cats. Drake Moss now with the basketball as he throws out to Sobchak. Sobchak 3-ball. Nope, it's way off as Keegan Ford comes down with the basketball ahead to Heath Nibbs. Off to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth's 2 steps. Tries to go up for 2. Is pushed. And it goes off of Gaiman, and it'll be out of bounds for Johnson City. 6:14 left here in the fourth quarter. Still that 5-point lead for the Goreville Black Cats. Out of bounds for Connor Mowry. Mowry feeds it out to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs thinks about the 3, throws out to Lath. Lath from the free throw line, off the backboard, and Keaton Ford comes down with the rebound into Nolan Causey. Causey layup is no good, it's too strong, and there's a foul. It's going to be on Nolan Causey. And they're pointing everybody down to the other way. Nolan Causey, that's his second, team 7th. Oh, they were shooting 1-on-1, that's why. Landon Gaiman will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. 6:02 left here in the fourth quarter. Gaiman with the basketball at the line. Shot is up. No good. And he just shot 1. Sobchak with the rebound into Gaiman. Gaiman up for 2. And Keaton Ford had all ball on that hand, and they called a foul. His first, team's 8th. Gaiman going back to the line to shoot 2 now as he missed the first one. 5:59. Shots up. No good off the back of the rim. And Goreville telling Gaiman to slow down, calm down. And now Gaiman with the basketball. Shots up, and he goes. It's good. Gaiman scores 1 of 3 attempts from the free throw line as Connor Mallard brings the basketball up the court for Johnson City. 5:53 left as he crosses the timeline, crosses back over to this side. Connor Mallard now with the basketball, goes over to Lath. Ooh, Lath almost wasn't paying attention right in time. Goes back to Connor Mallard, top of the key, into Keaton Ford. Ford with the basketball, throws it back over to Connor. Connor, 3-ball! Oh, yes, sir! Connor Mallard scores 3, and now we needed that in a big way. 42-39 as they throw off to Drake Moss. Goreville with the basketball. 5:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Drake Moss throws back to Bradley Dunn, top of the key, in between the circles. As he's waiting for instructions for Coach Todd Tripp. He dribbles right, dribbles left, and he throws back over to Compton. Compton with the basketball as he goes back up top of the key, back over to Sobchak. Sobchak goes baseline, and he throws it up for 2, no good. And Sobchak fouled him, and fouled Keaton Ford. He'll go to the line. Fouls on Ian Sobchak. That's his second, team's 8th. And Keaton Ford will go to the line to shoot 2.
Keaton Ford shooting 1-1 for the Indians.
Keaton Ford with 2 shots from the line. 5:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Shots up, it's off, and Gaiman gets the rebound for Goreville. Back off to Bradley Dunn. Dunn with the basketball as he takes his time getting across the timeline. And he throws back over here. Thought he was going to. He's just standing there dribbling the basketball, waiting on some pressure. 4:43 left here as they got to do something. He's just wasting time. Back over to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball back into and Connor Malley gets his 3rd, and that'll be team's 9th. Going to the line is Bradley Dunn for the 1-on-1. 4:32 left here in the fourth quarter, 42-39, and there is a full timeout by Coach Todd Tripp. We will take one as well. 4:32 left here in the fourth quarter. It is Johnson City 39, Goreville 42. We'll be right back on Monster Radio, WGGH.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Illinois. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
There's never a convenient time for illness or injury. That's why Express Care on Halfway Road is open and you can walk right in. No appointment needed. From a sore throat or chest congestion to care for a sprain or strain, we're here for you 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Heartland Regional Medical Group Express Care. Get the care you need when you need it. Located in Marion on the Hill.
And as we return to the basketball game, Briley Dunn sets up for the 1-on-1. Shots up and no good. And the ball comes down to Nolan Causey. Causey with the basketball over to Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball, 4:25 left here in the fourth quarter. He throws ahead to Keaton Ford. Ford with the basketball. And he finds Nolan Causey here on the near side. Nolan with the basketball over to Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball now. Back to Nolan Causey. Causey with the basket. Looks for Keaton Ford. He finds Lath Huxworth. Huxworth down in the paint. And Huxworth goes down to Connor. Connor spins. Goes back to Nolan Causey outside. Back to Lath. Lath puts it up to Keaton. Keaton. Ford puts it into the hands of Heath Nibbs. Nibbs looking for help. And there is a 30-second timeout by Coach Scott Brzezinski. We'll take one as well. 3:53 left here in the fourth quarter. 42-39, Goreville's lead. We'll be right back on Monster Radio, WGGH.
Monster Radio, WGGH presents Uncaged. Live and local from the Monster Radio studios in Marion. Featuring Tim Petrovich and Justin Walker and their take on high school and local sports, as well as college and professional. Heard every Saturday morning at 10:30 on Monster Radio, AM 1150, 98.5 FM, WGGH.net, and the Monster Radio app. Are you ready?
Are you ready for all things Johnston City? From Indian athletics to the Johnston City community. Check out jctptalk.com.
Do it now.
As we return to the basketball game, Johnson City will have the basketball. Nolan Causey out of bounds for Johnston City. As it's getting a little warm in here, I'm getting a little excited, one of the two, maybe both. Connor Mowry with the basketball as he throws into Logan Hunter at the free throw line. Logan goes down to Lath. Lath goes back to Logan. Logan up for two. Floater is good. Logan Hunter scores two. And oh my Lanta, 3:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Briley Dunn with the basketball, 42-41. Briley taking the basketball as he goes over the far side into Compton at the free throw line. No, it bounces out, and Gaming comes up with the rebound. Basketball is... There is a timeout was taken by Goreville. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back on Monster Radio, WGGH.
When they ask, why would you go anywhere else? It's not just a slogan. They mean it. They mean it with the one-on-one attention they give students. They mean it with the quality instruction and programs of study they offer. They mean it with their affordable tuition. They mean it when they want to live up to the mission of serving all students in the best way possible. Now you can look elsewhere, but when you ask your friends, your family, or anyone else that has ever attended John A. Logan College, they'll tell you, why would you go anywhere else? And they'll mean it.
And as we return, Goreville taking the floor once again. 3:23 left here in the fourth quarter, 42-41. This Black Diamond Conference matchup meaning a lot to both teams, and it could mean a lot more for Johnson City to win this one, as it would put the screws to Goreville of whether they can pull out the Black Diamond Conference title. 3:23 left here in the fourth quarter, 42-41. Bradley Dunn out of bounds, and he throws into Compton. Compton right back to Bradley Dunn here in the near side corner. Bradley Dunn with the basketball as he dribbles out to the top of the key. 3:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Bradley Dunn with the basketball, looking side to side. Coach Todd Tripp calling out the play as he's yelling at his players to get in position, and frustrated that they are not listening to him. 3 minutes as they throw into Gaiman right at the free throw line, and it's out to Green, over to Moss, and back over to Bradley Dunn. Dunn with the basketball as he fakes, goes back over to Moss. Moss on the far side, back over to Green. Green with the basketball as he dribbles back up top of the key and hands it back over to Drake Moss. Moss holds up a one, and the play is going. They throw over to Green. Green on the far side as he gets the screen from Gamick. Throws down to Gamick. Up for two. Good. Landon Gaiman scores two. And now Leith Huxford with the basketball at the free throw line, out to Connor Mallory. Mallory, three ball, no. And Leith Huxford comes up with the rebound. No, he made some contact with Keaton Ford for going up for the same rebound, and the ball bounces out into the hands of Bradley Dunn. And Bradley with the basketball throws back over to Compton. Compton now looking here as he goes off to Drake Moss. Moss getting the penetration. Nope, he throws out to Green. Green just playing the stalling tactic here, just throwing the ball back and forth, and they trap Compton. Compton with the basketball, and a steal from Keaton Ford. Ford throws over to Connor Mallory here on the near side. Minute 40 left here in the fourth quarter. 44-41. You want to give it to the senior. Give the senior, let him hit that big three. Or the big smooth himself, Logan Hunter. Throw it over to Connor Mallory. Mallory with the basketball back over to Noah Causey. Causey, there's a timeout by Coach Scott Brzezinski, putting Logan Hunter into the ball game. Minute 23 left here. We'll be right back. You're listening to Monster Radio, WGGH.
IBEW Local 702 and International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers has more than 4,500 members. Working men and women in hard hats, steel-toed boots, and leather gloves scattered throughout the heartland. Making a living while making the heartland a better place to live. IBEW Local 702 represents construction workers, tree trimmers, broadcast engineering, telephone company, and power utility personnel. IBEW Local 702 with offices in West Frankfort.
The Johnston City Indians strive for excellence in athletics. And at Johnston City Unit 1 schools, the administration, Board of Education, and faculty strive for excellence in the classroom as well. The mission of Johnston City schools is to prepare their students for life in the 21st century. Johnston City teachers and coaches want to produce students who are value-driven, problem-solving, critical thinkers ready for life beyond high school. From math champions to sports champions, Johnston City has set the bar high. Good luck, Indians, in all your endeavors from Johnston City Unit 1.
As we return to the broadcast, we will return you to the Facebook Live as we get live again. And here we go. Nolan Causey out of bounds for Johnson City. Minute 23 left here in the basketball game. It's 44-41. Minute 20 now as Heath Nibbs goes to the far side, back out to Logan Hunter. Hunter with the basketball as he gets his hand hit, and it's off of Goreville. And now it'll be Johnson City basketball out of bounds once again. Minute 12 left here in the basketball game. 44-41. Nolan Causey here with the basketball. He feeds it into Heath Nibbs here in the near corner. Back into Nolan Causey. Causey into Leith. Leith out to Connor. Connor with the basketball, looking side to side. He backs up. Minute 5 left here in the basketball game. Now Connor feeds it into Leith. Leith going down. Up for three. Oh, he got fouled. Connor Mallory with the steal. Connor with the basketball, out to Heath Nibbs. Three ball, yes! He did it! Heath Nibbs hit the three ball! Heath Nibbs scores three. Oh my, what a tie ball game, 40 seconds. Get on your feet! Get on your feet! Bradley Dunn with the basketball now, out near half court. 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 44-44. It's a tie ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Black Diamond conference matchup at Johnson City High School. Riley Dunn with the basketball as Connor Mowry guards Riley Dunn. Connor, 15 seconds left as Riley takes the basketball, caught by Coach Todd Tripp. A timeout, 13.1 seconds up, 30.7 seconds left. 44-44. We'll be right back on Monster Radio WGGH.
Bandy's Drugs has been a big part of Johnston City since 1977. Not only is Bandy's Johnston City's hometown pharmacy, they carry a variety of gifts, including Yankee candles for all seasons. Gary and Tammy Bandy know Johnston City. They support not only Johnston City athletics, but the community as a whole. Give them a call at 618-983-8272 or visit them at 905 Grand Avenue in Johnston City. That's Bandy's Drugs in Johnston City. Roll Tribe.
As we return you to the broadcast, 13.7 seconds left in this ball game. 44-44. Goreville has possession as we return you to the floor. And now, 13.7 seconds as Riley Dunn has the basketball out of bounds for Goreville. Riley Dunn looking as here comes the whistle, and there is the handoff of the ball. He's got 5 seconds. Can he get it in? He does to Drake Moss. Moss and hands it off to Riley Dunn. Dunn almost loses the basketball, and Connor Mowry he loses the basketball. The ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Goreville with 5 seconds left here in the basketball game. And now Johnson City, Keaton Ford will go into the basketball game, replacing Logan Hunter once again. And there's a timeout, and Coach Scott Brzezinski is going to take a timeout. Green's in the basketball game for Goreville, and I'm out of breath. Wow. We're going to take a short break for the radio. We'll be right back. You're listening to Monster Radio WGGH.
The Johnston City Indians strive for excellence in athletics. And at Johnston City Unit 1 schools, the administration, Board of Education, and faculty strive for excellence in the classroom as well. The mission of Johnston City schools is to prepare their students for life in the 21st century. Johnston City teachers and coaches want to produce students who are value-driven, problem-solving, critical thinkers ready for life beyond high school. From math champions to sports champions, Johnston City has set the bar high. Good luck, Indians, in all your endeavors from Johnston City Unit 1.
Game as we come back to the radio broadcast as I'm talking mid-sentence there on Facebook Live, but it is one heck of a game here. 80% filled gymnasium here as you looked at the stands. Goreville has an excellent crew over there. The student section is filled, and plenty of grandmas, grandpas, parents, little sisters, and more here on the near side. And here we go, 5 seconds on the clock as Johnson City has the ball out of bounds. It'll come down to just one shot. Who are they going to get the ball into, and who can take it? Will they give it to the senior once again? Nola Calty with the basketball. Throws it into Connor Mowry. Mowry drilling down. There's a foul, and it'll be shooting 2, I believe. Green with the basketball. As Green is called for the foul, that'll be his first. That is team's 9th. They're still shooting 1-1. Connor Mowry goes to the line to shoot 1-1. It is 3 seconds left on the clock. Coach Todd Tripp wants to ice Connor Mowry, and they will take a timeout as well. 3 seconds left on the clock. 44-44. Connor Mowry to shoot. We'll be right back on Monster Radio WGGH.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Illinois. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
If you're serving Sal right, there's nothing you wouldn't do to protect your investment, your business, and most importantly, your family.
Marcom Security in Marion offers the latest in residential and commercial security with cameras, home automation, access control, medical alerts, water detectors, and 24-hour monitoring from their very own 5-diamond monitoring station. For about $1 a day, you can enjoy peace of mind from a local company that provides the best home and business security features and the best customer service around. Go to marcomsecurity.com to get your free quote today.
And as we come back to the radio broadcast, thank you, Diane. Appreciate that very much. And Connor Mowry set to shoot the 1-and-1. 3 seconds left here in the ball game. Shot is up, and it's too hard, and it comes into Gaiman. Gaiman throws it down, and the clock is going to expire, and it is going to be overtime here at Johnston City High School. Wendell Stair Gymnasium will come back with overtime number 1. You're listening to Monster Radio WGGH.
IBEW Local 702 and International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers has more than 4,500 members. Working men and women in hard hats, steel-toed boots, and leather gloves scattered throughout the heartland, making a living while making the heartland a better place to live. IBEW Local 702 represents construction workers, tree trimmers, broadcast engineering, telephone company, and power utility personnel. IBEW Local 702 with offices in West Frankfort.
There's never a convenient time for illness or injury. That's why Express Care on Halfway Road is open and you can walk right in. No appointment needed. From a sore throat or chest congestion to care for a sprain or strain, we're here for you 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Heartland Regional Medical Group Express Care. Get the care you need when you need it. Located in Marion on the Hill.
As we return to the radio broadcast, grabbing a quick drink as I return you guys to the broadcast and also to the play game on the court and on the Facebook Live. Heath Nibbs comes up with a rebound, comes up with the jump ball as he throws over to Connor Mowry. Mowry over to Nolan Causey, top of the key between the circles, over to Connor Mowry on the far side. Mowry goes to Logan Hunter, swings it over to Nolan Causey. Causey down in the paint, up for 2. Oh, they called him for a charge. Nolan Causey gets his 3rd. It'll be team's 10th. And because of the offensive charge, they will not shoot any free throws. And now, Riley Dunn crossing the timeline, throw it over to Compton. Compton with the basketball at the free throw line. Jump shot is good. Compton scores 2 as Nolan Causey brings the ball back up the line. 3:25 left as he throws off to Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball as he's looking side to side over to Heath Nibbs on the far side. Nibbs with the basketball back to Lath Huxford. He throws into Keaton Ford. Ford loses in the basketball into Sobchak. Sobchak goes ahead to Gaiman. Gaiman goes up and he fouls. And there is some contact there between Gaiman and Heath Nibbs. And his 3rd, team's 10th already. And we're shooting 2 at the line. Gaiman will shoot 2. And 2 shots, ladies and gentlemen. 3:08 left here in the 4th quarter. Gaiman's shot is no good. It's off the back of the rim. Into the ball game comes Logan Hunter, replacing Keaton Ford. 3:08 left here in the first overtime. As shot is up and no good. Lath Huxworth comes up with a rebound. Goes ahead to Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball over to Logan Hunter. Back to Connor. Connor with the basketball here on the far side. And throws over. Nope, he doesn't. He fakes the 3. No, it is over to Nolan Causey. Causey with the basketball. Throws back to Logan Hunter. Top of the key into Lath. Lath spins. Puts it up off the glass. Good for 2. Lath Huxworth scores 2. Lath Huxworth. Let me try that again. 2:40 left here in the first overtime. 46-46 is the score. as Bradley Dunn hands it off to Compton. Compton down to the paint, feeds it back to Bradley Dunn, and there's a foul on Lath Huxworth. There's a foul on Lath Huxworth. 2 shots at the line. Lay's second foul. Team's already got 10. As Bradley Dunn will head back to the line to shoot 2. 2:30 left here in the first overtime. Bradley Dunn sets, shot. Good. No, it comes off the side of the rim. And now, as 2:30 is still on the clock, Bradley Dunn with the basketball. As he sets, shot, no good. Lath Huxworth comes up with the rebound, ahead to Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball as he resets and throws off to Noah Causey, top of the key. Causey with the basketball, and he feeds off to Connor Mowry. Mowry back to Lath. Lath looking and side to side, back over to Connor. Connor with the basketball as he is throwing over to Nolan Causey in the far side now. Nolan with the basketball, 2:05 left as Nolan goes side to side, and he throws back to Connor Mowry. Mowry with the basketball into Lath. Lath looking. He's at the free throw line. He feeds it out to Heath Nibbs on the far side. Nibbs gets a screen. Nibbs goes down in the paint. Up for 2, and he's fouled. No, it doesn't fall. That would have been one heck of an effort from Heath Nibbs. Bradley Dunn, that's his 4th. Team's 10th. So we're going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way. And Heath Nibbs gets a... So apparently there's something on Heath Nibbs that they're not agreeing with. And they're saying, does he have to step off? Boston Payton is going to come in.
Checking in for the Indians, number 1, Boston Payton.
Apparently Heath Nibbs has a scrape or a cut or something on his hand or on his wrist, and he has to get it taken care of as he's got blood on his uniform. And Keaton Ford trying to come in and cannot, as we have 2 shots. Boston Payton will now be at the line to shoot 2. Shots up, and no good. It bounces in and out. Keaton Ford replacing Logan Hunter as Heath Nibbs is still out of bounds. He can't come back into the ball game until the next play. He's being explained to by the referees. Shot is up for Boston and good. He made the second one, and into the ball game comes. No, Boston has to stay out. Apparently there has to be some rollage of the time clock before they can substitute Heath Nibbs. And Bradley Dunn brings the basketball up for Goreville. As Bradley Dunn has the basketball, goes over to the far side to Drake Moss. Moss with the basketball back over to Compton. Compton at the free throw line, back out to Drake. Drake Moss for 3, no, and it goes out of bounds. It is off of Goreville. It'll be Jump City basketball. Logan Hunter. Heath Nibbs comes back into the basketball game. 1:33 left here in the first overtime. 47-46, Johnson City's lead by 1. Their first lead of the ball game. Goes into Connor Mowry. Mowry throws off to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball back to Connor Mowry. Connor Mowry has the basketball, and Goreville is insanely upset at that one, saying that Connor Mowry ran him over. Connor with the basketball over to Noah Causey. Causey now taking his time, going side to side as he throws off to Lath Huxworth. Huxworth looking as he finds Noah Causey now down in the corner. Causey dribbling back up, and he looks side to side. Minute 5 left here in the ball game. Or in the first overtime, off to Lath. Lath with the basketball, back over to Connor Mowry. Under a minute now as Connor throws the basketball over here to Noah Causey. Causey with the basketball, feeds it back to Connor. Connor goes up for 2. No, it doesn't fall. The putback from Lath, it scores. Lath Huxworth scores 2. And Bradley Dunn quickly brings the basketball up the court. A 3-point lead for your Johnson City Indians. Into Gaiman. Gaiman has a self check for three. No, it's short, and it goes out of bounds. It will be 31.8 seconds left on the game clock. As Coach Todd Tripp takes a timeout, we will be right back. 31.8 seconds, 49 Johnson City, 46 Black Cats of Goreville. We'll be right back on Monster Radio, WGGH.
When they ask, why would you go anywhere else? It's not just a slogan, they mean it. They mean it with the one-on-one attention they give students. They mean it with the quality instruction and programs of study they mean it with their affordable tuition. They mean it when they want to live up to the mission of serving all students in the best way possible. Now you can look elsewhere, but when you ask your friends, your family, or anyone else that has ever attended John A. Logan College, they'll tell you, why would you go anywhere else? And they'll mean it.
And as we return to overtime here, the first overtime, as 23 seconds is still on the timeout clock. Coach Todd Tripp is done talking to his players as they head back out onto the floor, but 15 seconds is still up on the timeout timer. So Coach Scott Brzezinski taking as much time as he needs, or as much time as allowed in the timeout. Johnson City with the ball out of bounds. I'll return you to the floor. Johnson City in the ball game is Logan Hunter, Heath Nibbs, Connor Mowry, Nolan Causey, and Lath Huxworth. And the referee's watching Dunn and watching Connor Mowry back over to Logan. Logan throws it ahead to Heath Nibbs. Nibbs with the basketball. There's a foul, and it's on Drake Moss. His third. Team's only got 10. We're going to the line to shoot two. And with the way Heath Nibbs has been nailing free throws, this looks like a promising event. Turning into the two-possession game. 25.8 seconds left here in the ball game. Two shots for Heath Nibbs. Shot's good. First shot is good. Keaton Ford coming into the basketball game, replacing Logan Hunter. 50-46. Shots up. Good. Oh, my Lanta. Compton. Basketball. He goes down to the paint. Throws off the Gaiman. Gaiman loses the basketball, and it is Johnson City possession. Logan Hunter with the basketball. Logan Hunter replacing Keaton Ford. Hunter with the basketball, 20.3 seconds left here in the first overtime. 51-46. Logan looks in, he feeds it to Connor. Connor with the basketball, and he tries to reach in, and it'll be on number one, Drake Moss. It will be. It'll be on number one, Drake Moss, his fourth. And now, Connor Mowry will go to the line to shoot two. 16.4 seconds left here in the ball game. Connor Mowry with the basketball at the free throw line, shooting two. Shots up. Good. Is good. And Keaton Ford replacing Logan Hunter. Connor Mowry now for the second shot. Good. Oh, my Lanta. Finally done. So Heath Nibbs gets a steal. Heath Nibbs goes up for the reverse layup, scores two, and Heath Nibbs scores as Drake Moss goes up for two, scores as he goes into the overtime. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the ball game. They are mobbed on the floor. Austin Brown's out there with the team. Oh, my Lanta, that is a game. That is a game, ladies and gentlemen. 55-48. A wonderful Black Diamond Conference matchup here tonight at Wendell Sterrett Gymnasium in Johnson City High School. We're going to add everything up and be right back. You're listening to Monster Radio, WGGH.
For 100 years, Hill Printing and Office Supply has been meeting the needs of Marion and Southern Illinois. That's right, Hill Printing and Office Supply on Print Avenue, just off the square, is still at it. Printing everything from business cards to stationery to wedding invitations and more. 100 years of Hill Printing and 100 years of Indian football go hand in hand. Give Hill Printing a call today at 618-997-5304. For all of your printing and office supply needs, just visit Hill Printing and Office Supply, 110 North Print Avenue.